Knowing the element of evidentiality can also enhance our ability to understand the deeper meanings of a sentence. That's why this concept has been critical to sentence semantics. What is an evidentiality? Evidentiality focuses on uh, a speaker or writer's attitude towards the source of information, not only about the evidence itself, but about the source of evidence for a certain claim one makes in, in, in his or her spoken or written discourse. It also allows the speaker to say whether the statement relies on first-hand information or it has been borrowed from some indirect source or it has been reported by somebody else. So it looks at the meaning of a sentence from evidence perspective. Were the evidence direct or were conveyed by somebody through an indirect or 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 any other source? It is based on facts or some kind of deductions or assumptions. All these elements are dealt with evidentiality. Evidentiality can be seen in the following examples in front of you. You can see I saw that she was rich. You can see that this evidentiality can be graded according to various levels. Some evidences may be stronger than others. I mean, if you see something is always a greater evidence as compared to what you think. I mean, if you think something is happening, maybe a good evidence, but if you see something is happening, is always a better and greater evidence in any situation. In the following example, you can see various ranks or various levels of the evidence. I saw that she was rich. This is obviously a higher rank evidence. When you see something and you have seen that she was rich, she has a certain amount of money or wealth which makes her rich. I heard that she was rich. Maybe or may not be. There is level of some uncertainty here. I'm told she was rich. It becomes even more vague. Apparently, she was rich. She was rich, it seems. Allegedly, she was rich. I think she is sick. If you look deep into these sentences, you will find that all these sentences shows various elements of evidence or various ranks or degree of evidence involved. And some may be, as I said earlier, may look more stronger than others. I'll just move forward to the types of evidentiality, uh, and these types are based on the source of evidence. The first and the most important and probably the stronger one is the witness evidentiality. Witness evidentiality is based on your own visual information about something. If you have seen something happening, that is the witness evidentiality. As you could see, I saw him breaking the window. If you have seen him breaking the window, this is the witness evidentiality. In comparison, we have sensory evidentiality. This may also involve in certain cases because visual sense also exists, so that's also sensory evidentiality. But we differentiate between witness and sensory evidentiality because sensory evidentiality, academically speaking, focuses more on other senses because we uh, we include the visual sense in witness evidentiality. So humans can imply their other senses and can find an evidence. For example, if you can smell something is burning around you, so that's quite a good evidence to look around and see what is burning around you. So evidence gathered from other senses is also very valuable in semantics, and it adds to the meaning. Can be non-visual as well. It smells that they are having a barbecue here. So you could smell what usually we do smell things in our houses. What is being cooked in the kitchen can be guessed from the smell we have in drawing room sometimes or in other parts of the house. So smell can be a good evidence to reach to certain fact or reality. We have inferential evidentiality, and in this type of evidentiality, we deduce things from various facts available to us or routines available to us. And obviously, this is not a direct observation based type of evidentiality. You can see example here on the top. You must be very tired after your journey. It can be deduced from our experience that somebody who has a long journey must be tired, and we usually say this statement to our guests when they cover a long distance to reach us. We have reportative evidentiality, which is again an indirect form of evidence, and this comes to us from the reports of somebody else, and this includes the quotes and the rumors, news reports, which are reported by certain other entities to us. She says that she will do it. She says this is being reported by somebody. So this kind of evidentiality is reportative. We have assumed evidentiality also, and in this kind of evidentiality, we do not make conclusions based on certain guesses. Rather, we know things or we derive things from our general knowledge or habitual knowledge about things. And in this, we can cite the example like, I think that he will go to seaside on this beautiful day. You know about your friends such things that in a certain situation, how would they react? Or what would they do? So based on your knowledge of people around you, you could make such guesses or you could make certain assumptions. And these assumptions sometimes are very stronger, and they can be seen as an evidence to reach to certain conclusions or meanings. According to some authors, epistemic modality, which looks into the certainty or uncertainty of a speaker about a certain event he or she is describing, and evidentiality, there is a huge similarity. But at the same time, some writers do reject this idea, and they believe that these two belong to different domains. I can just reach to certain middle ground here, and I would argue that both may have certain similar things at the background, but we can see that epistemic modality focuses more on a speaker's attitude towards a certain information or evidence, but the concept of evidentiality focuses more on the source and its reliability. So how reliable or deeper or greater a source of information is probably is a domain of evidentiality.